Hey guys, I'm Phoenix here and welcome to Stranded Deep. Now, this is a game where you start on a life raft, having crashed your aircraft, private aircraft I should note, and you find yourself in, well, islands. Now this is something that really does separate it from a lot of other sort of survival games. Apart from things like, I guess, Subnautica, it's kind of similar in a weird way. In that you get an island that's got stuff on it, and it's all procedurally generated, so you may get some good stuff, you may not. And it just says, yeah, go nuts. Try and survive if you can. And we seem to have, hopefully, some interesting stuff here. Okay, so the island. So you get an island to start with. And as I said, it's procedurally generated, so you may get some good stuff, you may not. What is reasonably, you're going to have a little bit of wildlife, you're going to have some things to eat, you're going to have some trees to cut down, and you're going to have, hopefully, some yucca. So I've got some fruit trees. There should be some, I seem to have hurt myself on a rock. There'll probably be some like driftwood, rocks. Yeah, there's a yucca there. Or yucca, I don't know quite how you pronounce it. And there will also be some wrecks. Now, there's some wrecks down here. There's some tarpaulin there. All of this you can use to build stuff with. So let's see what we get. First of all, in this here toolbox, some duct tape. Okay, that would be good for later on, not so good now. And in this one, which is a hard case, seems to be a little bit of a bug, we get a couple of torches. Excellent. Right, well, apart from, I guess what we should really do is build our first tool, so that we can get some lashing and make a better tool. So, see, it's changed a little bit since release. You kind of were able to sort of drag everything together and sort of make it like that. So they've refined their ideas a little bit there, but it's still a reasonably decent crafting system. It's reasonably solid, because it doesn't just take items in your inventory, but the items nearby as well. So, we've got a couple of these things. So, by slashing at these repeatedly with the stone tool, that will give us sort of fibrous leaves that we can then use to make lashing. Now, lashing is basically your rope. Place it on the ground, and then if you combine a stone tool with a stick, which I've got in my inventory, and lashing, which I've got in my inventory, I can then make myself a refined knife. Now this is a pretty decent knife all in all, until you get something like the penknife or the hatchet. You can't craft those, and this is where it starts to do some rather interesting things. You see, the game rewards you for taking risk, and it gives you things that you might not otherwise be able to get in any other circumstance. So if you find some wrecks out there, they might have useful things on, like hatchets or machetes, or, well, in case we found a couple of torches here. So yeah, that's how you can kind of gather more sort of rare stuff, and you can build stuff as well. So I just need to make up that lashing, and we also need to make a shelter, because the only way that we're going to be able to save is via the shelter, which means we need some palm fronds, which it's just a case of picking a palm tree. This one will do, and chopping it down. With that, you make the shelter, or you can make a bed as well. That's the other way of saving. You don't need a shelter, you can also make a bed. So your shelter is basically the first thing that you're gonna sort of actually properly build. It's there to sleep and save. your bed is something that you then put into a large building of some kind. So when we start getting things like the more tarpaulin, better rafts, that sort of thing, that's around the sort of time when we're going to be looking at actually building structures. But for now, I just need a shelter so that I can save my progress. I don't know how many I need. I need one more stick. And I think I saw a stick down on the beach somewhere. Yeah, there's a few. Where you put your structures doesn't really matter. Although we've got some quite nice waves here. It's quite nice water, I must say. I don't think I've seen better water in the game. Because it actually, this is a similar water to how Subnautica does it. So the waves do actually you do move over the waves, as it were. So it does have a little bit of substance to it. Oh, I think up where we were there was another palm leaf. Yeah, there we go, palm frond. Right, so I'm going to put this down on the beach. Opposite that island there. We can just about see an island over there. Pick that tarp up. So yeah, let's craft that. So where are we going to put it? Sort of there. There you go. So we've now got a shelter where we can save that. Other things we need. Campfire would be useful so that we can cook. And then it's just a case of exploring the world and seeing what there is. Oh yes, the other thing I should note, I need water. That's kind of the thing I'll need. Because this watch here, it tells you the time, the date, how hot it is, and how many days you've survived. If you click the mouse button, it also shows health, food, water, and sleep. Now, water, we've got a lot of water around us, but it's all salt water. We can't drink it. So, I need a bucket, I think. Let me just go into here. Yeah, I strongly suspect I do need a bucket. You see, there are things like, drinks. Except that's not here yet. You see, this is an early access game, so yeah. Solar still would be rather useful, but we need a bucket for that. So that would collect rainwater and turn it into something that we can actually drink. But we can't do that yet. So, campfire. Let's just build it down on the beach here. Well, yeah, let's build it down here. You can upgrade it as well. So if we can find ourselves 3 rocks, we can make a campfire pit and find some more bits and pieces, and we can make a spit. I'll see if we can find some rocks and upgrade that. There should be something along this beach, I'd think. It's like a small pig? I don't know. It's a thing anyway. Some kind of wildlife that we can probably eat later. There we go. Right. So yeah, then you can either sleep through most of the night, because at the moment the shelter isn't very good for sleeping in. Alright, campfire pits, craft that, and then you can sort of upgrade it. So yeah, I think I'm going to stop this video here. I'll definitely come back to this next episode, I guess. I'll be going over there, but I mean the night isn't particularly interesting, so I'm not going to record it. So yeah, I think I'll be going over there and just seeing if there's any wrecks. That's the other sort of side of the game. It's the actually exploring these wrecks and having to deal with oxygen ultimately. So yeah, be going over there and seeing if there's any wrecks around that I can all over there, and just kind of seeing if there's any wrecks around that we can explore. That would be sort of the next episode. I don't know if this will be a sort of a proper series, but I do kind of want to show off the game because it is a rather nice game all in all. So with that, I'll say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.